A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The sun of Ashur set, and the sky grew dark. The cruelty of the forces of Yazid increased. First of all, they looted the body of the Imam and took away his armor, his helmet, his clothes, and even his rings. They trampled his body and then galloped towards the tents. They looted anything they could find and took away the veils that covered the heads of the ladies. A Yazidi soldier snatched Bibi Sakina's earrings from her ears with such force that they started to bleed. The 4-year-old orphan of Imam Hussein alayhi salam screamed in pain, "Baba, my Baba, where are you?" Then the tents were set on fire. Bibi Sakina's dress caught fire. She ran out, and the fire seemed to blaze even more. Hamid bin Muslim, a reporter in Yazid's army, writes that he saw a little girl whose clothes were on fire running this way and that. He tried to put it out. She said to him, "We are the Ahlul Bayt. Don't come near." When the fire was out, she saw that the man appeared kind, so she asked, "Can you tell me the way to Najaf?" He said, "Why do you ask?" Bibi Sakina said, "My grandfather Ali is in Najaf. He helps anyone who is in need. I will go and ask him to help us." The widows and the helpless orphans ran from one tent to another and were scattered everywhere. Bibi Zainab alayhi salam and Bibi Kulsum alayhi salam gathered all the widows and orphans together and counted them. They realized that some children were missing. They went looking and found that 2 children were lying on the ground. When they picked them up, they began to weep as they realized that these 2 children were both dead. "I can't see my daughter Sakina anywhere," sobbed Rubab. "You stay here, I'll go and look for Sakina," said Bibi Zainab, and went towards the battlefield calling, "Sakina, Sakina, where are you?" Finally she found Sakina clinging to a headless body, hugging him with both her hands. She was sobbing, "Baba, come back, it's dark here. They've looted our home. They've burned our tents. They've taken my earrings. My ears hurt. They're bleeding." "How did you know that this was your father Hussein?" asked Bibi Zainab. Bibi Sakina alayhi salam replied, "I came crying, 'Aina Baba, Aina Baba, where are you, father, where are you, father?' And a sound came here saying, 'Come here, my daughter.'" "Let's go, your mother is waiting for you, Sakina," said Bibi Zainab, and picked up her darling niece to take her back to her mother, Rubab. Late that night, someone remembered that the widows and orphans were still hungry and thirsty. A little food and water was brought to them. Bibi Zainab called Sakina first and gave her some water. "Why do you give this to me before everyone else?" she asked. "You are the youngest, Sakina," replied Bibi Zainab alayhi salam. Bibi Sakina took the water in her hands and started to go towards the battlefield. "Where are you going?" asked her mother. "I'm going to give this water to Asghar, my baby brother. He is younger than me." Everyone wept. The next morning, the heads of Imam Hussein and all his family were put on spears and lances. The ladies were made to travel on the bare backs of camels. They were tied up in ropes. A 4th Imam, Zainul Abidin, who could hardly stand, was put in chains. They were all taken to Kufa, to the court of Ibn Ziyad, the governor of Yazid. The journey to the desert took 4 days. Kufa was once the capital city where Imam Ali had once ruled. Now his family were being brought there as captives. The head of Imam Hussein was on a lance. All his family, including his sister Zainab, was being taken through the streets, and young Sakina by her side was so thirsty. The people of Kufa had been told by Ibn Ziyad that the Khalifa had gained victory over a rebel, and so they had come out in huge numbers to celebrate. Everywhere there were sounds of rejoicing. The weary people who had invited Imam Hussein to Kufa to be their guide now were ready to mock and jeer at them. As they passed through a narrow lane, they stopped. In that street lived Habiba, who had once served as a servant in the house of Bibi Zainab. She saw heads on lances. She saw a young man who could hardly walk being dragged in chains, and she saw a little girl sitting on the bare back of a camel, looking so sad and weak. Habiba did not realize that these people were the family of Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima alayhi salam, the family of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. "Let me bring you some water," said Habiba, and as she gave the water to Bibi Sakina, she said, "When you drink the water, please do 2 du'as for me." Bibi Zainab said, "Sakina, do the du'a first, then drink the water." Then, turning to Habiba, Bibi Sakina asked, "What are the 2 du'as?" Habiba said, "My husband is on a journey. Please pray that he returns safely, so that my children are not orphans like you. Secondly, please pray that I get the ziyarat of my Mawla Hussein and his sister Zainab." Bibi Sakina lifted her hands in prayer. Bibi Zainab turned to Habiba and asked, "Would you recognize Zainab if you saw her?" Habiba was shocked at the question and realized that it was her Imam's family who were in the streets of Kufa. Hussein had been killed in Karbala, and Zainab and the rest of the ladies were without their veils, and the orphan was 4-year-old Sakina, the sweet daughter of Hussein. The family of Imam Hussein was then taken to the court of Ibn Ziyad. The holy Imam Zayn al-Abidin was dragged in chains, and the ladies and children brought before the evil governor of Yazid.